So part two to what I was speaking about earlier, evolving in this delusion, manifesting what you know what I mean, you need to get past, the illusion we live in, you know what I mean? To ascend and stuff like that. That's what Jesus was basically trying to tell the people, great works I have done, and even better you will do, once you learn how to walk like, Jesus, and know the things he, knows, and go within and, realize the God particle in you. That's what this is all about. It's not all about, getting money and stepping up on the next man, That's an illusion within itself. You take all the money away, what do you have? You know what I mean? What's your worth then? The material stuff that you can't, take when you pass away, that ain't about shit. That's just, stuff to get you, keep you distracted, or, sometimes it helps being down here. I'm not saying, man, don't buy those nice shoes every now and then, or don't get that game, or, if you're a female, whatever, don't buy that Coach purse or whatever it might be, but don't let those things consume you either, you know what I mean? Don't let that be all of what you're about, and quit reaching outwards, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I gotta tell myself that. We all about, Jesus, God, Jesus. But if it's Jesus walking and you steady in the back crying for him, you ain't walking with him, man. You ain't walking like him, you know what I'm saying? So, and that's another thing. A lot of people want to separate being woke or conscious away from biblical aspects. There's a lot of woke and conscious people in the Bible, Jesus being the main one. However, the rhetoric was changed to where they monopolize religion, what have you. But once you ascend in yourself, you just might actually do some of the feats and glorious things, Jesus was able to do, let alone be as cool as Jesus was, man. He just wants some love thy neighbor type person all the time, Jesus was a whole warrior, he was a whole man, you know what I mean? He was serious about his. He said, man, let Caesar has what is Caesar's, meaning money, you know what I mean? Don't concern yourself so much about money. Yeah, you need money, but you know what I'm saying? Jesus worked as a carpenter. He he needed some money, but he wasn't consumed by that. You know what I mean? That's why he whooped ass off in the church. Because they was in there gambling in the church and stuff like that. When they should have been ascending, trying to be gods, Just like, it says in the Bible. Aren't ye gods? You know what I mean? If we're sons of gods, we're sons and daughters of gods, then we are gods. And that goes with a lot of things, man. Just the way we think on a day-to-day basis, controlling our emotions, energy and motion. Sometimes we say, I'm mad or I'm pissed, you know what I'm saying? You're not those things, you are experiencing those things, you know what I mean? I had a situation the other day, something really ticked me the hell off. It about ruined my whole day until I just kind of sat back and said, alright, I'm going through something right now. I'm going to let it marinate, I'm going to let these emotions pass, and I'm going to get back up on the horse and get back on my journey, you know what I mean? So, to some people that goes without saying, but a lot of people are struggling now, so I just wanted to put some, good positive motivation out there. If it helps, you know what I mean? If either this video or the first one resonated with you even a little bit, be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't. And until next time, I'm out. Peace.